Hello, children. Let us start with the second part of chapter 2, that is Joint Hindu Family Business. See, this is the business that is prevalent in India only. As the name suggests, it is a business form which is found in India only. Right? Joint Hindu Family Business. This is the kind of business which is run by the Hindu undivided families which have some ancestral properties, or the families that are having 3 or more members. They can carry on with the business from one generation to another generation. This kind of business is governed by the Hindu law, that is Hindu Succession Act. Let us see the features of Joint Hindu Family Business. The very first feature is formation. As I said, it is governed by the Hindu law. Formation, according to the Hindu law, just need 2 members of the family and some ancestral property. So Joint Hindu family will be easily formed if there are 2 members of a family who want to do some legal business and they have some ancestral property being passed on from one generation to another, and on the basis of that property they'll be starting some business. It can be anything. It can be like building or machinery, etc., whatever it is. Okay, so the major person of this Joint Hindu family business is called Karta, who is the eldest member of the family, and the other members are called the co-parceners. Right? When we talk about liability, that is our second feature. Liability of Karta is unlimited because he is taking all the decisions, he is having all the powers, and liability of the other members of the family are the limited ones. Right? So Karta has got unlimited liability and other members have got limited liability. Okay, another one is, as I told you all, control. Karta is the only person who is having all the powers, so he is having the decision making authority in the business. He is taking all the decisions and all the members have to follow his decisions. Right? Another feature is continuity. If Karta will die, another eldest member will become the Karta in his place. So this business does not end. If you remember, in our previous class we have seen sole proprietorship business. Sole proprietorship business is ended if the sole proprietor, that is owner of the business, if he dies or becomes insane or anything like that happens, but it is not such in this case. Right? Next one is minor members. In case of Joint Hindu family business, even the minor people, that is the children, can also become the members because they have taken birth in that family. Fine. No, generally children are not allowed to do business, but in case of Joint Hindu family business they can do it. Right? So what have we done in the features? Number 1, formation. Formation is easy. 2 members needed of a family and some ancestral property. Number 2 is liability. Liability of Karta, unlimited. Liability of the co-parceners, limited. Number 3, third feature is control. Control is entirely in the hands of the eldest member, who is known as Karta. Next one is continuity. It is a continuous kind of business. It goes on and on. Right? And if all the members together decide to finish the business, they can do that also, but it will not end with Karta becoming insane or dying or anything. Fine. Let us see the merits of minor members. Minor children can become the members. Let us see the merits of the joint Hindu family business. Right. First merit is effective control. Karta is the only person who is taking all the decisions, and he is not having any interference of any member. He can take the better decisions, right, without any interference, without any disturbance. Therefore, it is having effective control, right. Another one is continuity, that we have discussed in the features also. Karta, if he becomes insane or if he dies, the next eldest member can become Karta. So business will not be ended because of any single person, will not be hampered because of any single person. It will go on. Liability limited. Limited liability means that if business assets are not enough to make the payment, personal assets will not be used. That is in the case of co-parceners. So co-parceners have limited liability. They very well know how much amount they have to make payment to the outsiders if the business is running in losses, right. Next one is loyalty and cooperation. Obviously there is more loyalty among the members because they belong to a single family. Fine children, are the merits clear? Let us move on to the limitations. So very first limitation is limited resources. This form of business is exactly a kind like sole proprietorship, so there are not many resources they are having. They have only family funds, so there is less chances of increasing the business or expanding the business. Such things are not possible, right, because for expansion, for increasing the products, money is needed and they don't have too much funds. Next one is unlimited liability of Karta. Limited liability of members was a merit. Karta is a disadvantaged person over here. He is having the disadvantage that he, being the eldest member of the family, has to pay everybody outside from even his personal share, right. Another one is dominance of Karta. That is, Karta is holding a dominating position. Even if there is some conflict or the other members have some other decisions, they have to follow whatever Karta is doing. They are bound with his decisions. So there are more chances of disputes among the members. Another one is limited managerial skills. See, Karta is not, it's not necessary that Karta is a person who has done some management courses or who is very perfect in some business jobs and all that. It's not necessary, na? The only quality that we are looking into is the eldest member of the family. But it's not necessary that the eldest member is always a wise person, right. So there can be some managerial loopholes in the joint Hindu family business. So here we finish with the topic, and we have done till now that joint Hindu family business is a kind of business that is traditional business of India, found only in India, and we have done the features, merits and the limitations, the problems that they face. Okay children, the topic is finished over here. Thank you.